The NAR recently came out with a series of consumer guides, and one of them deals with a listing agreement. So, what exactly is the listing agreement? That is the agreement between the listing agent and the seller. It's going to outline the whole term of the listing. What are you putting it on the market at? What amenities does your home have? What appliances come with your home? It's also going to talk to you about the commission. So we're going to break down several of these parts of the listing agreement and go into them a little more in depth. Number one, you're going to talk about agent representation. There's several agent representation types that you can have. Personally, when I go on a listing agreement, I tell my sellers, I am your designated agent in this transaction. I'm always looking out for you and your best interest. Part of my job as your agent is to show the home to qualified buyers who call me and want to come look at the house. However, if that buyer wants to put an offer in on your house, I'm going to refer it to another agent in my office because I can't represent that buyer and represent you at the same time. And most sellers are like, oh my gosh, I've never really heard anybody explain it that way. I really appreciate that. Because a lot of times people think that realtors are slimy people who just want to make as much money as they can. And so they may not confide in their realtor. They may not feel like they are truly free to discuss things with that realtor. But that's why I try to make it clear to my sellers that I'm always going to be looking out for you. Now, there's other types of representation as well. It could be a limited service listing agreement where that agent has reduced fees, but they're also not giving you the full service that a normal listing agent would give you. That means that maybe they're just putting it on the MLS for you, but you as the seller have to take the photos, you have to fill out the documents on your own, you have to coordinate the showings with the buyer's agents. It's a step above being a for sale by owner, but it's still going to be a lot of work for you. You also have someone who is a facilitator, and a facilitator doesn't really represent either party. They're just kind of the go-between. So those are the different types of representation. What services does the listing agreement call for? Again, you've got the limited services, but typically a full service agent is going to put it on the MLS for you. They're going to help you in your pricing strategy. They're going to hire a professional photographer. Now, all the steps are not going to be listed in a listing agreement, but that definitely needs to be a conversation that you have with that agent. One of the other things that your listing agreement is going to talk about is offers of compensation. Now, prior to August 17th, which is when the NAR settlement went into effect, buyer's agent compensation was listed as part of the MLS. That settlement said we can't do that anymore. Offers of compensation are not mandatory. A lot of people think that you have to pay the buyer's agent. You don't have to pay the buyer's agent. But you need to think about what you're doing to your pool of buyers to look at your home if you're not willing to pay the buyer's agent commission. So how do you know what's going to work best for you? The best advice I can give you is to sit down and talk to 2 or 3 realtors, listen to what they have to say, listen to their marketing plans, listen to their pricing strategies, listen to how they're going to help you get your home sold, and then figure out which way is going to be best for you. Everybody's not going to follow the same path, but if you're looking for an agent to talk with that's going to shoot you straight, feel free to send me a DM. I would love to talk with you.